Boy.
Live from the local station, News4Jax starts now.
Teenagers actually lighting themselves on fire, holding their breath until they pass out. Now, fellow teenagers, youth pastors, and community leaders in Duval County are fighting back, trying to stop these so-called social media challenges.
He was trying to put it out, but it wouldn't go out. So he had to wait for the water to turn on, and then he put it in the water. His skin was pink.
What we're seeing with these challenges is that something's gone awry. Something's wrong.
Well, Duval County schools are set to open in less than 2 weeks, and tonight there's a new community-wide effort to keep teenagers from seriously hurting themselves.
Troubled by a summer filled with YouTube videos of teens putting their lives at risk in the so-called fire challenge, among others, area leaders are trying to put a stop to this. Channel 4's Adrian Moore live on the West Bank with what the county is doing. Adrian.
Joy and Rob, starting this fall, Duval County schools will be holding seminars for students to not only talk about this issue, but also to become part of the solution in stopping it. These are just some of the thousands of videos like these on YouTube. They're examples of the fire challenge, where teenagers light themselves on fire, then post the videos, apparently all for fun. But fun isn't the way 14-year-old Terrence Harden describes it.
It's stupidity. Just saying that, in my mind, I'm saying that you think he's trying to be a follower and blend in with the rest of his peers, and it's not a good thing.
Other teenagers came forward with stories of their own. Keani Campbell says he actually tried something called the ice challenge, where you put salt on your body, then rub it with an ice cube.
It was kind of, well, not kind of stupid, but it was stupid for me to do it because it really did burn my hand.
Over the past several weeks, we've also told you about the pass-out game, where teens hyperventilate or asphyxiate themselves or someone else for a euphoric high. Or the cinnamon challenge, where teens try to swallow heaping tablespoons of cinnamon without water. And much like the fire challenge, oftentimes the results can be deadly. And community leaders, including Superintendent Dr. Nikolai Vitti, say it has to stop.
And what we're seeing with these challenges is that something's gone awry. Something's wrong. And that as a school system, as a superintendent, I can't just sit on the sideline and say, well, that's a community issue. That's a parent issue. It's all of our issues.
Vitti says this fall, Duval schools will hold seminars with students to talk about these challenges, and they'll continue partnering with local youth pastors like Rudolph McKissick Jr. of Bethel Baptist Church.
You know, years ago when the drug problem was rampant in this city, they had this campaign called Just Say No. They had buttons, Just Say No, and that was the big thing. Now Just Say No needs to be about these challenges.
And Bethel Baptist Church will be holding a special event to go over some of these social media pressures. It's going to be held next Friday, August 15th at 7 o'clock. If you'd like more information, we put it all on our website. Just go to News4Jax.com. Reporting live tonight, Adrian Moore, Channel 4, the local station.
Well, tomorrow morning, 3 people under arrest for the murder of a Navy commander are set to go before a judge in Clay County. And tonight, we're learning new details about the evidence detectives used to track them down. U.S. Navy Commander Alfonso Das was found killed in February, and later he was laid to rest here at the Jacksonville National Cemetery. Well, tonight, these 3 people, his estranged wife, Yolinda Das, her boyfriend, Anthony Washington, and her roommate, Ronnie Wilson, are in jail, charged with second-degree murder in his death. Investigators say Yolinda Das and Washington confessed to their involvement and implicated Wilson. Channel 4's Haley Winslow is live tonight outside the Astoria Hotel in Orange Park, where Das's body was found.
Rob, detectives say cell phone records, financial statements, and surveillance cameras, including one in this parking lot at a business, were pivotal in putting these people behind bars. Room 183 of the Astoria Hotel in Orange Park, where highly decorated Navy Commander Alfonso Das was murdered. Detectives now say by his wife, her boyfriend, and roommate. Das's friends are shocked, to say the least.
Yeah, it stood out because he was such a nice person. And then when we found out, we were all like, I can't believe this, you know?
Investigators say the 3 were after Das's $1 million life insurance policy. So police say they plotted to kill him and make it look like a burglary. What they didn't take into account was this camera across the street at Kentronic Security Solutions, capturing their plan in action.
We put quality systems up everywhere all across the city, and it's good to know that they work and in apprehending criminals.
Detectives say Yolinda Doss gave her boyfriend and roommate access to her estranged husband's hotel room. Investigators say her boyfriend strangled her husband with his bare hands while she served as the lookout in a car parked across the street in front of the surveillance camera.
You can see the traffic live going across the road now, and this is the second floor, and there's the first floor. So any kind of vehicles that were over there or even over here, you're very easily to see. We use these high-resolution cameras. They're infrared, so they see day and night, and they work really well.
Yolinda Doss, Anthony Washington, and Ronnie Wilson have been charged with second-degree murder.
You know, one thing we hope to have happen as a result of this information being released today is possibly individuals during the last 6 months that had contact with these suspects may have additional information that can be provided to these investigators to further our investigation. I'm sure there may be people out there with other information that we'd love to hear from. And answer to some of your earlier questions, that may help in development of a higher charge.
Doss was on temporary duty at News4Jax. He had been in the Navy since 1987 and was about to retire and move back home to Pensacola. Reporting live in Orange Park, Haley Winslow, Channel 4, the local station.
The St. Johns County Sheriff's Office says rip currents are to blame for the drowning death of a man in his 20s earlier today. Lifeguards tell News4Jax the man, who has not been identified, was swimming about 100 yards offshore at Michler's Landing when he started struggling. A lifeguard was actually able to reach him, but by the time they got him to shore, they were unable to revive him. According to lifeguards, rip currents can be unpredictable and their strength can be overwhelming. Today's tragedy, another reminder of how dangerous rip currents are.
The lifeguard was able to get to him at the time, though. He did become somewhat unresponsive, did start to go underwater. The lifeguard immediately dove under and got him, was able to pull him back to shore, and they immediately started CPR on him because he was unresponsive.
The victim's name has not been released because his family has yet to be notified. Lifeguards say it's important to know your limits and steer clear of the water if you're not an experienced swimmer. Well, we have learned new information about the efforts to bring back water taxis downtown. Lakeshore Marine has received permits to begin the taxi service on the St. Johns River. The next step is a Coast Guard inspection scheduled for Thursday at the landing. If they pass, the boats will run Friday for the Jaguars' first preseason game. The company that had run the water taxis ended the business back in early June.
A day after a vote against an increase in property taxes, city council members met today to talk about raising the sales tax by ½ cent. The tax increase is one alternative to paying down the city's pension fund debt. Mayor Alvin Brown is strongly opposed to any tax increase, saying the city can get the money it needs from JEA. Some say the mayor's budget is $30 million short and believe the tax hike is a fair solution.
To the taxpayer that pays property taxes, this spreads the cost over a much larger base, including people who come from outside the county that buy things within the county. So to me, it's the most equitable way to fund something like that.
Well, there was no official vote tonight, and a final budget will not be approved until late September.
We have a technical issue we want to make you aware of tonight. Some of you may have noticed that our website and our apps are having some technical difficulties that prohibit us from updating them. We apologize. We are doing everything we can to fix the problem so we can get the very latest information online. Well, we all have dreams, and his dream is to have a music superstar come play in his living room.
One man is using the internet to raise money and make it happen. That's ahead. And a consumer alert affecting smartphone users. Crooks targeting your personal information through smartphone apps. We'll tell you how to protect yourself. That's next.
Tonight's late news is brought to you by Beaver Toyota.
The biggest event on the First Coast is about to start.
The morning show is here as your favorite celebrities hit the red carpet.
It's the world premiere of Back to School.
With the fashion.
Look at you. Who are you wearing? That is a fabulous outfit that your mom picked out.
Thank you.
The excitement.
I see kickball in your future, dude.
Prepare to be amazed.
As you and your family get into your back-to-school routine, wake up with the morning show every day. It makes mornings happen.
Welcome to Firehouse Subs, where premium meat and cheese are steam heated for maximum deliciousness.
Gourmet subs without the gourmet prices.
Guaranteed delicious. Firehouse Subs start at only $5.49.
And now for a limited time, try our summer favorite, King's Hawaiian Pork and Slaw Sandwich.
Pulled pork, pit smoked for 12 hours, pepper jack cheese, and Hawaiian coleslaw on King's Hawaiian Sandwich Rolls. Try it today at Firehouse Subs. One bite, one taste, you're hooked.
I've been feeling down. I don't have any energy and nothing seems like fun anymore. What's wrong with me? Is it depression?
For over a decade, the medical experts at CNS Healthcare have been helping people right here in Jacksonville find new treatment options for depression through innovative research. If you're feeling depressed, call CNS now to schedule a confidential consultation. There is no cost to take part. CNS Healthcare, where research is the answer.
At Lexus, we pursue groundbreaking advances in safety by taking our eyes off the road and focusing on drivers. Real people, real distractions, without real consequences. The result? Our gold standard of safety. And the only place you'll find it is at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Lease the 2015 RX 350 for $399 a month for 27 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
As a graduate of DeVry University and Keller Graduate School of Management, a business career was my goal. This was my career training camp. My professors, they were also my coaches and my biggest supporters. Their guidance from start to finish helped me get my latest promotion at Microsoft.
Get started now with our merit-based Career Catalyst Scholarship. New students could qualify for up to $20,000. Funds are limited. To be considered, you must apply by August 29th at devry.edu.
Weather is brought to you by Farah and Farah, protecting you and your family.
When you've been victimized by a careless driver, when you can't even walk, much less work, that's when I go to work for you. Call me at 396-5555. Farah and Farah, protecting you and your family.
Well, there's a smartphone app for just about everything nowadays, but thousands of them have hidden dangers. Hackers making fake apps to scam you and steal your personal information.
They could hack your Facebook, for example, or Twitter. They can also access banking information.
A consumer alert to tell you about tonight. Hackers are getting very clever with how they're hiding malicious code inside apps that look legit.
But tonight, a tech expert tells us how to spot the fakes so you aren't victimized. Google, Netflix, Facebook, Citibank, they're popular apps, but are you sure they're real?
11,000 fake apps. And this is last year, so it's probably potentially, from 2011 to 2013, that number quadrupled. So within 1 year, it's probably potentially doubled, if not tripled.
But it's not just about wasting $1.99.
They could hack your Facebook, for example, or Twitter. They can also access banking information.
That's actually scary. I'm going to take all the apps off my phone.
Not so fast. You don't have to give up apps altogether. There are ways to spot the fake ones.
Netflix actually had, not one, but a couple of fake apps out there. But you have to go to the Netflix.com site in order to download the app to make sure that you're downloading the correct one.
Besides downloading an app from a trusted company website, you can also check the developer of an app within the App Store to make sure it matches the name of the company. This app is not made by Netflix, even though the Netflix name is in the title. You know it's not made by Netflix because the developer is Kevin Teague. The real Netflix app above is made by Netflix Incorporated. But be careful. Some hackers slightly tweak the name of the developer to trick you. These fake Google apps claimed to be made by Google Incorporated. The problem? There's no comma in the real Google Incorporated. People who bought them wasted $1.99 on worthless fakes. This fake Virus Shield app sold for $3.99. 10,000 people downloaded it before Android pulled it for being fake, likely to steal more information than save. There's another step to avoid falling into this trap.
Make sure that there are reviews, reputable reviews from the app, by other people who have downloaded it. But you could also click on the developer's information and see what other apps they have created. So if that's the only app that they've developed, it may not be a reputable developer.
Experts say you're at the greatest risk for downloading a fake app if you have an Android phone like a Samsung Galaxy. That's because it's a lot easier for developers and hackers to upload an app to the Android App Store than Apple's App Store.
Well, one man in D.C. is using an online fundraising platform with hopes of bringing singer-songwriter Kenny Loggins to his living room. 28-year-old Eric Sanchez has turned to Kickstarter to make his dream come true. Now, Kickstarter is a program that started in the U.S. with the goal of bringing creative projects to life. Sanchez is looking for $30,000 to bring Loggins and 2 other country musicians to his home. With 18 days still to go, he's already raised more than $7,000.
Our 5 powerful radar sweeps give you 5 times more coverage, letting you know when severe weather's coming, hours before it happens. Channel 4 is the weather authority.
I will spare you my Kenny Loggins impression of All Right.
Or
I think he did that. Wasn't it
Caddyshack?
Caddyshack? Footloose, that's true.
Yeah.
Very good,
Please
Rob.
don't.
No, exactly. Please don't. All right, let's talk about the heat instead, because I can spew about that a little more easily. Take a look. Temperatures are going to be building up, and here's the reason why. You lose your tropical storm, you lose your cloud cover, here comes the heat and the humidity. A lot of times in the wake of tropical storms and hurricanes, the heat can be very oppressive. In the wake of Katrina out in New Orleans, they had 30 days without rain, and the temperatures were blistering. High pressure settled in. It's the same area of high pressure, similar type of pattern that we're dealing with here now. Hot, dry air compressing down on us, pushing out the low pressure, which is what was developing, allowing for Bertha to breathe out top. It's a long, complicated meteorological story, but you can see here the word hot. 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. Look at the eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Just a handful of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. However, this model, which I like a lot, which is also bucking the trend of other forecast models, is really firing up the I-95 storms coming up here for Thursday. It's something I don't have in my forecast because I like the other models too, but we'll see how it all plays out. Instead, I think the heat's with us not just tomorrow, Wednesday, 96, but Thursday is where we peak our temperatures up right up there around 97, 98, maybe even 99 for parts of town. So next 2 afternoons, take it easy, get a lot done in the morning, then kind of take a siesta in the early afternoon, can get away from the big time heat. The afternoons do cool down, but that's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I haven't changed my mind on those days, although I pushed out some of the big rains all the way out towards Monday, the way things are stacking up right about now. In other words, it's a changing forecast towards the weekend to the better, but we'll see how it all plays. 92 was today's high temperature. No rain, currently 70 at the airport, 80 St. Augustine, Arlington. Light southerly winds. Got to look far and wide and found one little rain shower right there next to the Tallahassee radar, but that's it. Tonight, that distant lightning out to the west, no big deal. Partly cloudy skies at 6 a.m. Fog will be part of the equation, mainly inland, well west of town. And if you're going to be on the other side of the coin, back out to the beach, early morning conditions still will be nice, but subsided somewhat from today's bigger peaks as this, the nice groundswell being pushed back from Bertha will begin to fade. And the rip current will be a moderate rip current coming up for tomorrow because the angle of the waves will be a little bit different. Ultraviolet index super strong. Wear the sunscreen. High temperature right there near 90. And again, surf probably in the 2 range. Maybe early in the morning a little bigger than that, but not by much. 5 p.m. and 5 a.m. high tides, low tides right around 11 o'clock and 11 p.m. into the evening hours. And the surf forecast again today was around 3-4 feet, coming all the way down about 1-2 feet in the afternoon tomorrow, and then we just flatten on out. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast up front and close to us. Notice not much action, just a few scattered showers to the south. And this through 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I could see some pretty nasty storms in Georgia late tomorrow evening. If we do get some rain in Jackson, will come in later in the evening hours as the heat will help to propel them down towards us. 95, 96, these are the afternoon temperatures, not necessarily the high temperatures, and not necessarily the feel-like temperatures, which will be close to about 100 to 105 even tomorrow. 5 o'clock in the evening, 94, 95 degrees, make it a 7, bringing it down because the heat's too much. If you want an umbrella tomorrow, grab it. Keep the sun off your back. Maybe a rain shower. Like I said, the bigger chance of rain Friday, Saturday, especially Sunday and Monday. Robin, Joy?
All right. Thank you, John.
9 out of 10 Florida voters support the use of medical marijuana, but you can count most Florida doctors out.
After the break, why doctors are just saying no to Amendment 2.
A summer cold is definitely no fun. Neither is bronchitis or jellyfish stings.
So at 6:45, we've got what's going around tomorrow and how to handle all of those maladies. Plus, we're getting ready for back to school time. If you think packing your child's lunch is healthier than eating at the school cafeteria, you may want to think again.
The stuff in there could be making them sick. The do's and don'ts of your child's lunchbox at 7:45.
The morning show on Channel 4 makes mornings happen.
Catch Jaguars preseason action only on the local station. Football is back as the Jags battle the Buccaneers Friday at 7:30. Channel 4, your official home of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Some have the flavor of gingerbread. Others, taste of heaven. Here you can wake up in a mansion or hide out in a bungalow on the beach. Stay right on the water, or even below the sea. Where do you find happiness? The Florida Keys and Key West.
I'm not content to be with you in the daytime.
Play with a smooth and creamy taste your whole family loves. It is so good all of the time.
One-to-One Financial Credit Union is here when you need a 15 or 30-year fixed-rate new home mortgage, a home equity loan to expand or improve your home, or an easy, simple process to refinance your home. Our credit union officers work with you one-to-one, making loan applications simple and fast. So call 723-6300 or stop by a One-to-One Financial Credit Union branch today.
One-to-One Financial Credit Union, making focus on you.
It's our annual clearance event. It only happens once a year. Super fun. Of course you can get a great deal. Hold on. 0% APR financing on a bunch of models. Annual. And it's right now. They're having fun. You can get all kinds of deals. Come on down. Yeah, you better hurry in. You tell him Jan sent you.
Hurry in now to Toyota's annual clearance event and lease a new 2014 Toyota Corolla LE for just $159 a month for 36 months. That's $159 a month on a new Corolla LE.
Thanks, Jan.
Ooh, I got it.
Toyota, let's go places.
Geico's been helping people save money for over 75 years. They've really stood the test of time, much like these majestic Rocky Mountains, which must be named after the Rocky...
That would be Rocky the Flying Squirrel, Mr. Gecko, sir. Obviously.
Come on, Bullwinkle. They're named after...
First President George Rockington.
That doesn't even make any sense, Mr. Winkle.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Not you again. I told you we're happy with Xfinity. U-verse doesn't even deliver the internet speeds they promise.
Sign up right now. I'll throw in this clipboard.
Look, with Xfinity, our internet stays super fast no matter how many HD movies we're watching.
I'll throw in a hug.
What are you two doing?
Woodworking?
Don't get duped by U-verse. Stay super fast no matter what you're doing with Xfinity from Comcast. Sign up today or get started with this great offer. Call 1-800-XFINITY.
Delegates of the Florida Medical Association are just saying no to Amendment 2, a proposal to allow medical marijuana in the state. Medical experts say the amendment would allow not only doctors, but chiropractors and optometrists to prescribe medical marijuana. Many doctors don't like that idea. However, with some patients using marijuana to treat incurable diseases, many doctors strongly support the medical use of cannabis.
I've worked in ER for 40 years. I have never, ever taken care of a marijuana overdose in 40 years. Never, ever.
If you take the cannabis out of the picture, she gets sick. You put it back in the picture, you start getting better.
Well, some form of medical marijuana is legal in 23 states and Washington, D.C. Recreational marijuana is currently only legal in 2 states.
Another delay in the release of the Senate intelligence report on CIA interrogations following the 9/11 attacks. A committee chairman says altercations to the study eliminate or obscure key facts in the findings. The report looks into the CIA's use of waterboarding and other interrogation techniques following the attacks. This comes as the director of the CIA is under fire after admitting the agency spied on computers used by staffers who prepared the report. Well, it may not be the best title for parents, but for prospective college students,
it's a dream come true.
Yeah.
Coming up, which schools ranked in the nation's list for the top party schools?
Not partying over there at the stadium. They're trying to figure out who's going to play come Friday night. We'll give you an injury report on the Jaguars coming up in about 2 minutes.
Like WJXT4, the local station, on Facebook.
I would say that universally we're compassionate. We are in it for the right reason.
Harrell and Harrell, we're proud to sponsor closed captioning.
When a warm bath is the most important part of your day, count on natural gas. With continuous hot water and higher efficiency, you can savor bath time just a little longer. People's Gas. We're delivering the natural choice more Floridians enjoy. Learn how you can earn up to $1,750 in cashback allowances with our energy conservation rebates at peoplesgas.com/enjoy.
You say avocado? Old El Paso says zesty chicken and avocado tacos in our stand and stuffed tortillas. You say stand and stuffed tortillas. Old El Paso says start somewhere fresh.
How do you help her? Make Helper with your favorite ingredients for a fresh taste you'll love. Helper, make it yours.
Now, make restaurant-inspired dishes with Ultimate Helper.
As one of the installers here at Dream Doors, customers often tell me why they buy our decorative glass doors. The most popular reason is because you can see out of the glass, but others can't see in. Some like the fact our glass is very secure. Regardless of the reasons, they all have the same reaction when we finish.
Beautiful doors, Matthew.
So let me and my crew work to give you the door of your dreams. Come by our Dream Doors showroom today or visit us online at our website at dreamdoors.com.
Steve and Maddie, fashion bloggers here for the latest trends, the hottest styles. You gotta go to Ross. Don't go anywhere else. Very boho chic. Look, all prepped out. Ooh, pretty and punk. At Ross, you don't need to spend a lot to get a lot. Yeah, Amy would have paid a lot more for her outfit at a department store. So if you want to save a bunch and be super stylish, you gotta go to Ross.
Friends, save in Jacksonville at Southside Kia and Kia of Orange Park when you choose from a huge selection of used cars priced under $99.95. Like this week at Kia of Orange Park, this Kia Optima just $69.90. How about this Kia Sedona for only $79.90? $79.90 is the price on this Nissan Sentra. What a savings. And this Kia Rio, just $99.90. How about this Kia Soul for just $10,990? Save online at KiaOrangePark.com or come to the corner of Blanding and 118th and save.
I mean, you're accustomed to some injuries during training camps, but a lot?
Well, and it's a lot of little tiny stuff that I know they're very, very precautious, and that's okay. You have that luxury this time of year.
Right.
You know, season starts, you don't.
Yeah.
You're hurt, tough, go play.
Yeah.
You know, and that it sounds harsh, but the injury rate in the National Football League is 100%. Everybody who plays is hurt in some regard. It's whether you're actually injured and it keeps you out of the lineup that makes the difference. But the Jaguars certainly are not unlike any team in the National Football League this far into camp. Everybody's got little bumps and bruises and strains and all kinds of things that they've got to deal with, and the Jaguars are certainly dealing with that. Hip flexors is something that has them baffled. Alan Hearns missed practice today. Jonathan Cyprian missed practice today. Toby Gerhart missed practice today, all with precautionary because of hip flexor problems that, you know, they're not exactly sure what that comes from, whether it's just from too much work or hydration or what it is, but they kept those guys out of practice today as kind of a precaution. Gus Bradley says it's good to have that kind of luxury this time of year.
You have some flexibility this time of year, you know, because it is preseason, and we want to, you know, I think we've had some signs like this with some other guys, and we saw it coming, so we just, you know, wanted to err on being conservative.
And Marcus Stroud was at practice today. Marcus, you may not know, after he left the University of Georgia and his career ended, went to George Washington University and got another degree in management, NFL management, player personnel management, and is currently just starting to put his name out there potentially for a job. He'd be a tremendous addition to the Jaguars, a guy who had a lot of success and has continued not only his education but his career as well. Talking to Marcus today, he thinks that this could be a surprise team in 2014.
I've been saying it all offseason. I think they have a chance to turn it around and be one of the surprise teams of the NFL this year. I think they definitely have a lot of depth on the D-line, and I think they have a bunch of quality players that's going to make a difference.
Hey, Gus, are you listening? Hire that guy, okay? Dave, put that guy on the payroll. He should be part of the organization. He's exactly what you're looking for. Don't forget, we're the official station of the Jaguars, and the Buccaneers-Jaguars game is coming up, obviously, on Friday night. We'll have updates through the day on News4Jax.com. Hopefully we have it fixed by then. Yeah. And for the pregame show is at 7 o'clock, and, of course, kickoff is at 7:30. I'll be doing the play-by-play. Mark Brunell will be doing the color. Nikki Kimbleton will be on the sidelines for the game. Meanwhile, the PGA will be contested as the final major of the year in Valhalla up in Kentucky. It seems like every player talks about that golf course with such reverence, and we've seen some very good competition there. It comes down to it at the end. But Rory McIlroy is such a heavy favorite this week. He's almost odds-on when you think about it. McIlroy, who has played very well, obviously winning at Bridgestone, winning the Open, has Phil Mickelson to contend with, who shot his lowest round of the year, a 62 in the final round at Bridgestone. But McIlroy says coming in as the #1 player in the world is something that he aspired to.
Like I said at the start of the year, that golf was looking for someone to put their hand up and sort of become, one of the dominant players in the game. And I felt like I had the ability to do that. And it's just nice to be able to win a few tournaments and get back to where I feel like I should be.
25 years old, Rob. Hits at 340 yards and currently has 3 major championships.
Man, that's something.
And apparently is available.
And currently is available.
Yeah.
That is
Just saying.
That's right. You had to go there, did you, Joy? All right, 7
Playing
days.
really good. Yeah.
You don't want to mess with the mojo now.
Just saying.
When's that? Start Thursday? Kentucky?
Yeah, Thursday.
All right. Local East 96-98. The good news is we get rid of the heat at least a little bit by the time we head off towards the scrimmage on Friday.
All right. Thank you, John.
Syracuse University takes the throne as Princeton reviews #1 party school in the nation.
Well, rankings are based on survey responses of 130,000 students at the schools. The University of Iowa came in at #2, followed by the University of California at Santa Barbara and West Virginia University. Just for kicks, the University of Florida came in at #10. And Florida State, #12. Not too far out of the top
Not
10.
too shabby.
Yeah.
Clearly, they didn't survey enough students in the South.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Good night, everybody.
Stay connected to WJXT Channel 4 24/7 from anywhere in the world. Coming up tonight.